Welcome back to the application walkthrough. Now we'll take a look at Part 1, Registration. Part 1 asks some basic information about you, your school, and your science fair. There are a few things I want to point out first. First, this is a 2-page section. When you're finished with everything on the first page, at the bottom of the page, click Next. You won't be able to proceed until you've properly entered each required field in this page of the task. So up front, we're asking some information about you, so your name, your contact information. In registration, we ask for your name 3 different times and in 3 different ways. First, we ask for your legal name, the name you would find on a school transcript or birth certificate. Then, we ask for your chosen name. This is the name we will use when communicating with you throughout the application process. Finally, we ask for what name you would like us to use on public materials. This is important because if you are an entrant, are selected in the top 300 or the top 30 finalists, we'll display your name on our website, in press releases and other written materials. So we just want to make sure we're using the name online and in public spaces that you want to be public facing. We collect this information to make sure we can refer to you by the name you choose and for accuracy in our data collection processes. We ask for 2 different emails from you. One is to contact you during this application cycle, so a current email. We also ask for a long-term one, so we can contact you about alumni opportunities in the future. We also ask you for a mailing address. We send prize packages to all entrants, so please enter an address you'll be able to receive packages at in the summertime. For some of the questions here and in other parts of the application, if you select yes, you'll see more questions. So like, for instance, this language one, if you select yes, you speak other languages, other question will pop up. And if you select no, the question will go away and you won't see the additional questions. In this part, we also ask about your alumni status and parent and guardian information. The parent or guardian whose email address you enter here will be copied on any emails we send to you through SurveyMonkey Apply. So we've gone through and entered everything on the first page. At this point, you can either click Save and continue editing if you want to leave and come back to it, or you can click Next to go to the next page. So now that we're on the second page, there are a few ways you can check your progress of this task. You can see the circle at the top is only half filled, and there's a progress bar that says 50% complete. Once you finish this page, it should show you 100% and will show you how to make sure you mark the tasks complete at the end. So first, we want you to give us your middle school teacher information. We want you to list your middle school science or research teacher. It can also be an informal program educator or a homeschooling instructor. It's just important that you list the teacher associated with your middle school here. This person receives awards if you advance in the competition. We also ask if you're related to this teacher, but it won't be used in evaluation. Then, we ask if the teacher you listed above is who supported you most in your project this year. We know some students work with other mentors, so if this is the case, select No and enter in your project mentor's information. This should be the person who most supported you with your project this year, other than a parent or guardian. We will notify them if you advance in the competition. You will then ask for your middle school principal information. This should be the principal at your current middle school. Now on to the science fair information. If you are nominated by your local and state fair, you can enter yes and enter the second fair that nominated you. So if you click this, you have the opportunity to enter a second fair. For team projects, each member of the team must submit their own application in their own words. If you happen to have a team member, you can select yes. I'll ask you how many team members you had, and you can enter in their name here. When you're done with a section, you must hit Mark as complete. You'll see the circle fill in completely, and you can still go back to make changes. So I've marked this as complete, so you can see what it looks like. You'll see that the circle is filled in completely, but you can still go back and make changes. So to make changes, you can click in these 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner and hit Edit. This will allow you to make changes. Just make sure you hit Mark as complete again when you're finished. The reset button will totally wipe out your answers, so we don't recommend using this unless you really need to start over. When you're done with a section, you can navigate to the next section by clicking on it from the column on the left.